Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. And of course, it is time for your Manchester City versus Leeds United pre-match chat. It is, of course, the opening salvo of Big Sam's tenure as Leeds United boss. And call me insane, but I have a nervous excitement and anticipation ahead of it. Do I think we'll win the game? No, but I'm just excited to see what's changed, if anything at all. Listen, before we get into the video, as is always the case, smash a like, get your comments in, hit the notification bell, and please do subscribe to the channel. We're on 19,200. It is crazy how quick this is going up, and I do believe we can hit that target of 20k before the season is done. But that's enough waffle from me, and let's get into it.
I don't think I do it.
Arsenal started like a house on fire. Signing number 2 for this new era. It's Judgment Day, people. Yeah! What did your boy tell you? It was never in doubt. Never in doubt. Don't believe in any luck, I believe I'm self-made, yeah. So no live tonight, folks. Pre-recorded. My kids are here. We're going to sit down. We're going to watch Hunger Games. It might be a little bit like Hungry Haaland games tomorrow, if we're being totally honest. This guy is flying, breaking every single record, and has Dixie Dean's Premier League record in his sight. And Manchester City came through another straightforward win on Wednesday night against West Ham United. Listen, they were held for 45 minutes. The Etihad got a bit nervy. The players looked like they were trying to work them out. But ultimately, West Ham uncharacteristically concede from a set piece and then just fold. And in that, obviously, Haaland gets his record 35th league goal of the season. The guy is a robot. The guy is an animal. And, I wish we were playing anyone but them right now because they're flying. They are now victorious in 11 of their last 12 Premier League outings and have 14 straight Etihad victories overall. You could not ask for a tougher test. The last time they actually scored less than 3 at the Etihad was back in March, and that was against Newcastle, and they still won that game 2-0. So it shows you just how lethal this City side are. And of course, they're coming up against the league's leakiest defence. We are porous. You know what I mean? We are like a sponge. We just soak it all up, take it all in. But of course, that's why we've made a change, and that's why Big Sam is at the helm. He is Mr. Firefighter, Mr. Fireman Sam, and that's his remit to come in. And that's all he's spoken about. Even before he got the job, when he comes into these sort of appointments, he looks to see them conceding goals. Now, is it fair on Big Sam and this Leeds United side to expect them not to concede tomorrow? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. We will concede. We probably will lose this game. But for me, it's all about performance. What I don't want to see is Leeds capitulate. Capitulation FC. I don't want us to see us concede early. I want to see us do what West Ham did. At least hold them for a period of time and look good doing it. Yes, we might, lose by 3. And this is the thing. If we do lose by 3, please do not let that sway you. I've already prepared myself for a 3-0 loss because, as I've said, it was the last time was March. They scored less than 3 at the Etihad. And they're up against one of the worst sides and the Premier League's leakiest defence in Leeds United on Saturday. So, of course, they're going to cook. Of course, Haaland's going to score. So try not to let it affect you too much. Now, stranger things have happened. And Big Sam has history of doing this. He's told us himself. Sunderland, Crystal Palace, big wins away at clubs like Chelsea. And that wasn't the Chelsea of now. That was the Chelsea of old. So he's been there and done it. He's seen it all. If anyone can pull a shock off, it's him. It's very unlikely. Will I be putting a fiver on Leeds United? Yes. Why not? Do you know what I mean? Because you just never know. It's time for the coronation of Big Sam. On the weekend that the King's been coronated, they've broken the 3 p.m. blackout for the first time ever. It's just got a story element to it, hasn't it? Imagine the scenes if Big Sam gets a win against Pep Guardiola at the Etihad. It would be amazing. And at that point, don't pump it up. The Leeds are staying up. But listen, calma, because it's going to be a very, very tough game. And not only that, Big Sam's record against Pep Guardiola isn't the best either. He's lost all 4 previous head-to-heads against him. And all those losses have seen his team concede at least 3+ goals. I think it's going to be 3-0 City. Would I accept that? Yes, because as I said, that's just standard procedure for them. Like I said, I want to see us get to half-time having not conceded. That is tough. I want us to get as far as we can into this game without opening up. What I also don't want to see is what we've seen from West Ham, is conceding from a silly set piece. You know, if they cut us open, fair enough. You know, if Jack Grealish plays a lovely ball through to, Haaland, he's on the end of it, he's leaving our centre-backs in his wake and he scores, fair enough. Just don't be error-prone. Don't be error FC. Don't capitulate. Get through this game, having not battered the goal difference too much, and come out the other side and give us fans the belief that, okay, we've seen enough in that City game, we've seen enough from Big Sam in the short tenure he's been here, that we can go and get points in the last 3 games, because they're also very, very tough. Positives for Leeds United, if there are any: Kevin De Bruyne missed the last 2 games, could be in contention, but of course they play Real Madrid on Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever it is. So maybe they'll look to save him for that. So that's a positive. That's about it. That's about it, really. I think everyone else is fully fit, ready to go. You know, they've got one of the best DMs in world football in Rodri. They've got an unbelievable centre-back in Diaz. Will Edison come back in because he brought in Ortega? But even still, Ortega don't really get tested enough. You know, like Big Sam says, if we do get the chance, we have to take it. We have to be clinical because we're not going to get many, you know. So we can't have Patrick Bamford fluffing his lines. He owes us one for that terrible miss against Leicester City. You know, we know that Tyler Adams, Stuart Dallas, Liam Cooper-Lewis, Sinisterra are not going to make it and haven't been anywhere close to the squad. So, yeah, we know what our situation is. It's going to be interesting to see how he lines up. Now, SofaScore have gone with a 4-2-3-1. I'm not sure if that will be the case. I'm going to give you my preferred lineup in a sec. I see Willy Gnonto starting. I think this lineup from SofaScore is more so what they've seen from Grazia. I think we'll see a total switch up from Big Sam, not least in goal. You know, I was watching a podcast earlier on with Simon Grayson and Tim Sherwood on the Tippy Tappy one. Started to get into it now that Big Sam's in charge. But they both said the first thing Big Sam would probably do is drop the goalkeeper. That's what they would do. Not because he's poor, but his head's gone. You know, just looking at that City lineup, as I say, John Stones has been phenomenal in the middle of the park. So underrated. The Barnsley Beckenbauer, they call him. Riyad Mahrez can put a ball on a sixpence. They haven't got Jack Grealish starting. That'd be good. But listen, Foden comes off the bench and still scores goals. I think he's got double figures and he's hardly played. Julian Alvarez is a World Cup winner. Ilkay Gundogan was rested against West Ham, maybe saving him for Real Madrid. But if not, he'll come in. Akanji, Laporte, Diaz. I mean, come on. They're like the Galacticos. Let's be realistic here. But listen, this is how I'm taking a guess. I'm taking a punt. I expect us to go 4-1-4-1. It could be a 4-2-3-1, but I think Big Sam will look for more protection in front of the defence. He's spoken about that. You'd be quite surprised to see Brendan Aronson in there, but I think Sam Allardyce might like him in there just for his defensive capabilities, for him buzzing about, for him running around like a madman. I think for me, I'm at the stage where I'm like, everyone's going to get a free pass. Not so much a free pass, but a fresh start for me to see what they can give us under this new manager. You just can't see it there, just slightly off camera, but I have gone for Joe Robles in goal. I do think Big Sam Allardyce will make that change. Again, everyone gets a fresh start. I think Ayling will be dropped. I don't see us attacking, using the fullbacks for that. I don't think they'll leave the halfway line at times, and I think Rasmus might be the perfect type of player for Big Sam. That's why I think he'll go with Strauch on the other side, Fober and Koch in the centre. Forshaw will come in for me. I think McKennie will probably come out because Rocker does have a decent ball on him. He can get the ball into the channels and does have a decent diag pass. So I think he'll try using for that. I think McKennie's more used to close quarters, if you like. Harrison and Gnonto on either side, and of course Patrick Bamford up top for me. I think that's what it'll be. I may be massively wrong. Only time will tell. But that's the thing for me. I'm so excited to see how Big Sam lines up and what performance we get, and if we can get any confidence from that going into the final 3. Because this is the kicker, right? If Leeds United concede early and capitulate and concede 6 or 7, I know at that point it's game over. it's good night Vienna because they don't have it in them. They've had a change of manager. Things weren't going well. It was clear. He's come in. He's boosted the place up. Everyone's smiling again. Show us it on the pitch. But if they capitulate and get beat 6, 7, 8, then it's over. And at that point, I'll have to sit there and go, yeah, nah. We are done. We are done. And that's even ahead of Monday, the Manic Monday, which involves all the other relegation teams. Please win, Southampton. Please win. Look, I'll stick a £5 on Leeds to win. Do I think they will? No. Would a point be amazing? That would feel like a win. I think City will win. If we can keep it under 3, it'd be amazing. If we could score, it'd be even better. But I'm going to go for a routine City 3-0 win. But that wouldn't be a bad thing, which is insane, hearing that come out of my mouth. But this is Manchester City, and we're Leeds United, and we're the leakiest defence in the league. So is it that much of a bad thing? Maybe not. 3-0, decent performance, we move. Get something at home against Newcastle. Just don't capitulate, please. Listen, like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Get your notification bell on ahead of the watch-along tomorrow. Big numbers expected. Let's see if we can get that 3K live viewers. And also, subscribe to the channel. We are getting so close to 20K. Help me get there before the end of the season, and I will see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds.